Hi everyone, I'm Pat Bryan and you're watching a video of me climbing Painted Cave Road just outside Santa Barbara in California. This is the last of my US trip videos, so if you've missed any, please check out my channel for the rest. There's some amazing views and descents for you to have a look at. The topic I wanted to discuss over this video is one that's been done before. I originally wrote my version of this over a year ago and I think it's really fun. So the following is a list of things that if you can say that they apply to you, that makes you a cyclist. This is just a bit of fun and feel free to add yours into the comments box below. Number 1. Your cycling shoes are your most expensive pair of footwear. Personally for me, this is easy. I'm not a massive shoe fan when I'm off the bike, and there's no need for expensive shoes to go out with any suit or anything like that. Shoes are one of the most important pieces of cycling kit. They are the point at which your feet meet the bike, so opting for a cheap pair may be hurting your power transfer. And go for cleats and learn how to clip and unclip, and this will help you with correct and efficient technique. Number 2. Your bike is worth more than your car, and this can be cumulative if you own more than one bike. If you have a very expensive car, then maybe this won't apply to you. Until I got my most recent car, many of my bikes were worth more than my old one. And I don't like the whole buy a bike to suit your ability thing. I think that's just born from jealousy from other people. Certainly though, I think if you're willing to spend thousands of pounds on a bike, learn to ride it correctly. You don't want to be labelled all the gear but no idea. But having said that, if you've got the money, spend it on what you want. Spend it on what makes you happy. Number 3. You cycle more miles than you drive. Now for me, off the top of my head, this would be very close. I think if I were to take some of the longer drives to countries like Italy, I'd definitely make it. But maybe I fall just outside of my own rule here. And it also depends on if you're training or not. If you're training for a short event like a crit or a time trial that's 10 miles long or an hour, then commuting long distances every day might not be the best way to improve your performance. But if you don't race and you live close to where you work, I think this should definitely apply to you. Number 4. Your washing contains more cycling kit than normal clothes. Now this is standard for me. Again though, depending on how often you repeat wear clothes, you might or might not fall into this category. And anyone that is new to cycling, just make sure you follow your clothing manufacturer's guidelines on washing. Lycra will perish quite quickly when you don't, and none of us want to be holding your wheel when you're wearing worn shorts. Number 5. The majority of the emails you receive on a daily basis are from cycling stores. Yeah, for me, this is definitely the case, but I recently unsubscribed from all of them for a few reasons. The first is I simply receive too many emails. I want to focus on responding to the ones that actually matter. I'm not the type of person who can have anything in my inbox, so I'm constantly taking a break from working to read them. Secondly, I think it's good marketing. I'll inevitably end up spending more money by just receiving these emails, so not receiving them is win-win for me. Number 6. You include money spent on cycling gear before working out your disposable income. And I love this one. I keep a budget of my expenses before I work out what money I have left over for other stuff, and cycling expenses come out before I work this figure out. I guess perhaps that's part of what my job is. Number 7. While driving, you give extra room to cyclists. Yeah, No brainer really. We've all seen the infographic on social media displaying the distance road users leave us. The biggest gap is by other cyclists. I guess once you've ridden a bike and nearly been clipped by a wing mirror, you just ensure that you're not that guy in future. Number 8. You wake up just as early or earlier on a Sunday. Incredible this when you think about it. Even when I just go for a ride, I might be up earlier on a Sunday than I am during the week. I just prefer to get out in the morning and get it done. I'm not a fan of leaving rides until later in the day. But when I race, it's a whole different story. I think the earliest I've been up for racing is about 3 or 4 a.m. And this is usually just so that I can eat breakfast and allow it to digest before my start time. But I've also driven a couple of hours to HQs before. Number 9. You consider walking an unnecessary risk. Again, I love this one. Perhaps this will only apply for those of you who are training for an event. I'm always weighing up risk. Will I get ill if I go on public transport? Will I be doing too much work carrying all those bags from the car? Will I roll my ankle going for a walk? I'm sure once you've experienced training for months on end only to get a silly injury or illness the day before an event, you'll understand. Number 10. You spend more time looking at bike porn than, well, the normal type. Have a think about that. And that concludes my list of things that make you a cyclist. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the footage of me climbing Painted Cave Road. And please leave a comment if you think I've missed one. Like and share this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing.